to the Sparks Show, where we got comedy, news, and two forgettable digs.
With Sparks.
You've got tiny wrists.
Pike.
Hates French toast and your children.
And you, the committee.
Yo, what up, fucker?
Subscribe now and become a committee member. Let's rock.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, hello.
Yo. Hi, Pike. How are you, sir?
Good. Doing good. How are you doing?
Just a couple hiccups there in the intro this morning. Just a couple, you know. I always forget to... Well, today we launched a little prematurely. I didn't realize I can start the intro and start the recording and start the stream all at one time. So my computer was like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. It's all happening right now. You know, kind of a thing. So I apologize, my sweet prince of a PC. I'm sorry.
It's just he's a sensitive guy. He's like me. You got to ease into the day.
That's a good point. You got to ease in the day, and this really don't do that with this computer. Yeah. But dude, I'm
imagine.
Go ahead.
Imagine somebody waking you up and just fucking shaking you, like, "Hey, get up!" No, I like to get up and just kind of lay there for a half hour.
I know, catch your breath, the whole thing. I immediately run down. Well, the thing is like I open the software. I'm not kidding, like 15 minutes before the show, just so it sits there and it's loading. Because we have so many files now on this stupid thing. It takes a long time. And I'm trying to order a new computer, but dude, the pandemic is like driving the computer part bananas. Like the prices on these things are stupid. And even if I pulled the trigger on it now, the parts aren't available until April. I was like, what?
Well, thanks for the help.
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding? Everything I'm seeing online is like, sell your computer parts now, and that way you get full price for them, because the secondary market for like used computer parts are just bananas as well, because nobody can get computer parts. Because I'll build a PC just to make it, a pretty ballsy battle station, if you will, to handle this nonsense that we do all day. So yeah, that's so if you hear the hiccups in the show, it's because I keep adding more and more shit to the show, and that's essentially going to kill the show. It's almost like cheeseburgers into your body, even though they're delicious and you want it now. It's slowly killing you, and that's what we're doing here every day on the show.
But we need all that shit.
We do, because we're gluttons.
We're not enough. It's like we need some extra shit to.
Yeah, you kidding me? People look at a show like ours with two people side by side, and they go, "Oh fuck, ugh, God." Yeah. So every once in a while, we gotta have a Jesus fly in.
Jesus approves.
And then we're good.
I agree. Jesus is a nice companion to have in life.
Look at that.
Walks you through the valley of death, and
Yeah. Couldn't he just walk me like around the valley of the shadow of death? Like, couldn't we just, if you're already there and you're, the omniscient one, can't you just like, how about you float me over that fucking thing?
Yeah. Let's float, man. You're the one walking on water. Give me some of that.
Yeah. Can we let's hover over the valley of death and get me to the other side of that thing. That'd be great,
Yeah.
Be really wonderful.
I think that you mean you want him to kill you faster.
He's kind of just leading me into my doom, He's kind of like.
I think that translates to you being like on hospice care. That's him walking you through the valley. So you want to just like fuck all that. Dead.
Oh, I see what you mean. I'm already going to death. I thought the valley was death, but the valley is a hospice? Is that what you're saying?
In the Bible, the valley is the hospice care. Yes. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, let me ask you this, Pike. Me versus you,
Okay.
who would win in a fight?
Jesus. I don't know. I feel. Well, let's just get it out. You're way taller, so you got the reach.
Yeah.
If we were just gonna box.
Oh, it's a boxing.
But I got it. No, if we were, like, I can't imagine I would beat you in a boxing match because I couldn't get to you.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get to your body, if I can, wrestle you, I might be able to get on top of you, and then from there, I'm in an advantageous situation. So I don't know. I would never fight you. I would never fight anybody.
I'm not saying you have to fight me. I'm saying, I'm saying who would win.
I don't know. Do you fight dirty? Would you be like grabbing my dick and poking my eyes and stuff?
You know what? Here's the thing. No, look, I've never grabbed any dick in my life, so I wouldn't.
I don't
wouldn't worry
believe
about
that for a second, but okay.
No, I would say. Here's the thing. Last time I got into a fight, like an actual physical fight, I was in the 6th grade. All right, that was the last time I got into a fight. I'm a pacifist by nature. Okay, I'm a de-escalator. It's who I am as a person. Like, I'm married to a Latina. We call her Latin Fire for a reason. She's got a little spunk to her, there's a little feisty fiesta happening there. You know what I mean? She's easily triggered, and she'll let you know about it. And then I'm a good yin to that yang because I am the opposite. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, everybody, let's just, woo, okay, take a step back and never visit this store again. So that's me. So you have that going for you. Like, I wouldn't want to be like, even fighting you, even if I was forced to fight you, I wouldn't want to fight you. 2.
Well, then, yeah, you've already lost then.
Right? Okay. Mentally, yeah. I'm already
right.
The weaker species here. 2, you're a wrestler. You wrestled throughout high school. You were varsity when you were in the 7th grade. You know what I mean?
It's a long time ago, my friend.
Doesn't matter.
Think about wrestling, though. It's like hard to keep up on it because you don't just get to go to the YMCA and wrestle with some other guys. They don't have the mat rolled out.
That's a great point.
They don't have. Yeah, you don't have a wrestling mat in your driveway for your kids to play. Nope. You pretty much just got to settle for being a shitty basketball player the rest of your life.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to the Y. Gonna jump on a pickup match of wrestling. Really? Yeah. It's not an official thing. It's just in the lobby. I just wrestle people as they come in.
Until they kick me out.
Yeah. Then the cops come. That's when I know I made it to the final round.
Isn't that the thing? You could play basketball anywhere, and they might go, all right, can you stop dribbling the ball? You go anywhere and wrestle somebody, you're probably getting arrested.
That's true.
Name us what other sport? Huh?
Fencing.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You bring one of the. Are they swords or are they like needles?
They're giant syringes. Is what.
Oh. Well then, yeah.
Yeah, that's why you go to rehab. You get really good at fencing. They're like, look, we have to give you the shot, but we know how you are about needles over here, so we don't want to cause an addiction. So here's a massive needle that then they start sword fighting, and then naturally they can become more gifted, and it really pulls them out of their rock bottom state.
Yeah.
All right, so we're all saying Pike would beat me in a.
No,
how
I
much
don't
do you
know
weigh?
for sure. If I had to bet, I would bet on myself just because
When's the last time you got in a fist fight?
I don't think I've never actually like landed a punch on somebody. I've just gotten in a couple, heated scuffles that are growing to be a fight, and then somebody stops it or something or whatever. One time I was going to kill a guy, and I chased him, and he ran away like a little girl. Yeah, it was at a bar.
Jesus approves.
You're gonna walk someone to the valley of the shadow of death, Pike, yourself?
I was ushering him there.
Whoa!
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, he said something that made me so mad.
Yeah.
Like in a boiling rage, and like I swear Satan took over my body because I just looked at him and he was being all like fucking cocky, and I said, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And this is, I mean, listen, it was a time in my life where I was very like emotional, and it was a weird time. So he said something and I just said, and he's like, huh? And I just said it again. And then I started to like move at him, and it through a bar, like a packed bar, he just ran out, and he's like running through people, and I chased him outside, and I'm like running after him. And
Is this downtown
I let him
Fargo?
go.
Did you run out of the old Broadway? Is that what this was?
You got it. You got it. Right by the
I knew the bar.
right by the dance floor. Yeah.
Oh, I could just see you in your plaid collared shirt.
You bet. Sleeves rolled up.
Sleeves rolled up. I'm gonna kill you. And I can tell what this was. This is probably 2008 to 2010 era Pike. You probably had some kind of a shell necklace on.
I wasn't.
Running down with your boot cut jeans and your Doc Martens. I know the Pike. I remember this Pike.
God, you got me just pegged. Yeah, so that was the closest I've been, but he didn't allow it. Yeah, so no, I've never punched anybody.
Did he not allow it because he was faster than you? Is that what it came down to?
Well, he got a head start, and I think at one point I realized, what are you doing? Look at yourself.
Yeah,
you're chasing another man to kill him. That's your plan? I think
to kill him.
Let's be honest with ourselves here. You're gonna kill that guy. You're gonna try anyway.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah,
I'm glad I didn't. Boy, I hate to go to prison for murder.
That's kind of the worst one to go for. Actually, the worst one to go to prison for is like child stuff, because then you're like getting killed by the other prisoners. You know what I mean? If you're
right, you're probably hoping you get killed because everything else they're doing is nothing to live through.
Oh, just awful.
No. All right.
All right. I think it's pretty even then in a fight. I
think so too. I think it'd be a good scrap.
Be a good scrap.
Just gentlemanly scrap.
I know. A lot of slapping going on. Stop it.
Let me ask you this. Is there a band you think is wildly overrated?
The majority of them, in my opinion. A lot of band. Give me a band. I'll tell you if they're overrated or not.
Maroon 5.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
That's like...
No, actually underrated. I think they should be more famous and have more singles on the radio.
Oh, yeah. Way overrated.
The fact they don't play their entire album, on the radio,
right,
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, what about
what's a super overrated band? I don't even Yeah. Here's the thing.
Green Day.
Green Day's great. I don't think they're overrated.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. No, I don't think so. I'm not saying they're amazing musicians, but they write catchy songs. I mean, they do exactly. You know what I mean?
But that's just all music. I was thinking the other day, I forgot what we were talking about, and somebody's like, if you could be the greatest guitar player in the world, would you? And I thought almost, I don't think so, because once you get that good, the kind of music you're writing, it's just so technical, and it's not like some of the best music I like. They're not great musicians, and they're playing power chords, simple riffs. It's like that's what connects with a normal person.
Yeah, dude. But that's what look at pop music. It's the same beat over and over and over again, and it's just anything that bobs your head you're in. You're like 80% there at writing a hit. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
Please don't stop the music. It's like everything's just beat, you know?
Yeah.
Billie Jean's not my love. It's just all the same. It's just that boom, boom, boom. And you're like, yeah, I'm in, man. I'm in. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, it's like simplicity is the beauty of it.
No, exactly. Same thing with vocal melodies. You know, you just need a nice, simple vocal melody and fucking I'm in.
Yeah.
Hit a minor note in there and it sucks you right in.
You know, okay, so there's some underrated bands out there for sure. But like, there's some bands that deserve all the credit. You know what I mean? And those are the ones that I feel like kind of get lost in the ether because everyone's like heard them a million times. But once you go back and you revisit them, they're like phenomenal. And you're blown. You're like, those are my favorite ones when you can rediscover how good bands were. And you grew up probably listening to them on the radio or hearing them in your house. You know what I mean? Where you're like, ah, man. And then you go through their catalog and you're like, oh my God, this is unreal. So I talk about Bruce Springsteen all the time. Love Bruce Springsteen. The E Street Band, like musicianship, is unreal. They are an unreal band that is lyrically amazing. But like Tom Petty, is there anyone who hates Tom Petty? There's no one who hates Tom Petty.
I haven't met anybody.
You go through Tom Petty's stuff, you're like, Jesus Christ, it's wonderful. That's the word I would use. Wonderful.
That's the shit I need to do. There's so many of these bands the two that you just named, for example.
Yeah.
It's like I know the Born in the USA and Free Fallin'. You know, I got to dive into that a little more.
Dive in, man. They are phenomenal. Do another one. The Cars. Have you ever heard the Cars? Like listen to the Cars.
A little bit, yeah.
They're
I know.
awesome.
Yeah, I kind of like revisited that when is Rick Ocasek, right?
Yeah,
he died.
Yeah.
So they, I was listening to a lot of talk about that, and they were playing the songs, and holy shit, could he write a song? God, they were good.
So good. I'm telling you, yeah. That's my favorite thing is when you're like, dude, you know what I've never really listened to, and you're like, the Beatles, and you go like deep dive into the Beatles, like that's the best shit, because then you're like, it's almost like a time machine to what people, when the album came out, were thinking exactly at that same moment. You're like, oh, that's man. True. So, for example, BC Boys' License to Ill came out in the 80s. I can't remember. It's like 83, 84?
What?
Yeah. License to Ill came out. I'll look it up.
No, man.
I know we got to get to the show. I know we're talking, but whatever. Fuck it. We're already off the rails here. Let's talk.
86.
Is it 86?
Yeah, end of 86.
Okay,
which isn't too far off, but I was like, holy shit, 83, man.
83, yeah. I said 83, 84, it was 86. So 1986 that came out. And you got to think, like, what's on the radio in 1986? You know?
Whitney, I mean, not even, Whitney Houston, I don't know.
Freaking Talk Paul Dirty Abdul. To Me, you know what I mean? She's my cherry pie.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you got, I mean, granted, you got to think of what's, you know, Madonna's huge, you know, this kind of stuff. So, and then all of a sudden, Beastie Boys comes out with like, now here's a little story I got to tell. And you're like, what the fuck is this? You know, like, what is, dude, Head Like a Hole, 9 Inch Nails. When did that come out? That came out way earlier than you think. Let me see. Head Like a Hole, 9 Inch Nails came out 1989.
Damn.
All right, so it's 1989, and you're okay. So the Beastie Boys are out; they're getting big. Of course, in the rap era, you have like NWA and all this, you know, early '90s stuff. That's just about to explode, right? The rap bomb is about to go off, but you have huge. I mean, Madonna's top of the world, all this kind of stuff. Rock is like, I don't even know, Bon Jovi and all this nonsense. And then all of a sudden you have this Trent Reznor comes out. He's like this weird goth electronic guy, you know, and he's like, bow down before the one you serve. Everyone's like, what the fuck is this? This is pre-grunge. This is all, you know what I mean? This is like all of that. I love that. I love just going into that, you know, okay, where was the world when this dropped? And that's why these people are just so ahead of their time. They're just masters.
Yeah, when you put it like that. And I don't. What's happening now? Is there anything you hear now where it's like, you know, that doesn't, or have we covered everything? Because it seems like there's nothing that possibly new that could come out, a new sound.
No, I think there's a ton of new sounds coming out. I just hate them, you know, because I'm an old man now.
Yeah, well, yeah, there probably is. I'm just not hearing them. Yeah.
You know, every time I hear it now, I'm like, ugh, I'm that guy. I'm not this is the new awesome thing. Now I'm like, mumble rap is garbage. You know what I mean? I cannot stand that nonsense. I
feel like we've already moved on from that, though. Like, that was a new sound, and now that's kind of phased out, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, you know, there hasn't been a genre. Rap was, in my opinion, the last genre to really take over. You had dance. Dance is kind of, it didn't peak like grunge did, because in my opinion it went grunge, then rap. And rap has been sitting on top for a while now. But, you know, the EDM pop music has kind of almost, but not as big of a movement. It didn't change culture. It didn't change the culture of the United States like grunge did, like rap did, and rock and roll and the blues and jazz and all this stuff. Those did. Yeah. So
yeah, it did grab like a pretty good chunk of the population, but not enough. You know, like we all know somebody who's into that and is going to raves and shit.
Right.
But that's about it. It's not all of us. Yeah.
It's not all of us. Right. That's the thing. So I wonder what's going to be next. I have no idea what. Everything right now is very synth oriented. It's very 80s influenced. So and that's rap and that's rock and that's alternative, and even pop is all just so synthy now. Everything's just got, you know, this weird electric flare kind of. Hey, I think of the latest Muse album where it's like we're trapped inside an arcade, you know, Tron. I feel like Tron is. Everything's very, very Stranger Things soundtrack. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So,
and I don't like it. I don't like that.
I don't mind it. Honestly, I don't mind that at all. But I don't think it's not the huge thing.
Oh, you just want to disagree on everything today, huh? I see how it's gonna go.
Let's get to the damn show here. We got a big one. We got a lot of things to talk about. So let's start going over these things. Make sure you are following this man over there on all social media. It's at Pike Taylor Radio. Caught him. Caught you drinking. At Pike Taylor Radio.
Funny? On this very coffee mug, it's me in 7th grade on my wrestling team. So it's funny you mentioned that.
Did you just have that made, or were they feeding you coffee in 7th grade?
Yeah, I make a new one every year. No, it's from 7th grade. I made it in class.
Oh, that's nice. Wow, very nice. That mug's been around the block for show.
Yeah. It says "Taking Care of Business," 2003 to 2004.
Wow.
I think we were like, you know, 4 and 15 or something. Don't you love that? You still have so much pride.
I'm at Sparks Radio. Hey, where's my thing? Interesting. Oh, there it goes. I'm at Sparks Radio on all social media, so go ahead and give me the old follow, would you? That would be awesome. And look, going over the stuff, the rundown, you've got Shop the Shop. You could always buy a shirt. We got a committee member t-shirt. We've got Rim Nation shirts. If you're into awful t-shirts, we got those for sale up there. And we got the old Skull and Lightning logo for sale as well up there on SparksRadio.com/shop the shop. Also, don't forget about this, the Patreon.
Patreon.com/SparksRadio.
Jump on that thing. That'd be awesome. It's only $1 if you want to elevate. Now, from now on the show, we're going to go to the committee members, the elevated committee members, and up. So it's $1, $3, and $5 a month. It's not a lot of money. We're not making bank off this thing. We're taking that cash and we're going to put it into something we're calling
Project PAYHEM.
Project PAYHEM, which is the reason why it's such a big show today, because we have to announce, Pike, who is getting on the billboard in Las Vegas. So it's a multi-pronged thing. The Patreon, first level is elevated, it's only $1. Second level is Project PAYHEM level, that's $3 a month. We're going to take this money, we're going to pool it together. We're going to buy big practical jokes like a billboard in Las Vegas. And we want to put your face on it. We put it up there on Instagram. The voting had happened this week. It's time to announce the winner, Pike, of the very first Project PAYHEM. We're buying the first one. We're paying for this one ourselves. The billboard in Las Vegas, someone's face. It's going to say missing teeth. It's going to look like this, except for it's not going to have your face on it, Pike. It's going to have someone else's face on it.
It's starting to grow on me. I kind of wish it would be me. But that's okay. It's not for me. It's for the committee.
It's for the committee. You're damn right. In the committee.
The committee has spoken.
Committee has spoken, Pike. And the
What
winner
did they say?
of the face that's going on the billboard is number 13, Donna, with her weird-ass, goofy face picture. You're going up on the billboard in Las Vegas. And did she not only win, Pike, she won by a goddamn mile. It was like...
Yeah. Well, she worked her ass off. I will give her that.
Yes.
I mean, she campaigned.
Yes, she did. She got all of her people. She was tagging people left and right. So shout out to Donna. You did the work. You did it. Your face is going up on a billboard in Las Vegas. There you have it. That fucking face.
Yeah, well, I don't know. What's that going to look like with the few teeth missing?
I have no idea. But whatever. I'll have to figure it out. So there you go, Don. I'm going to put that up on the billboard. I'm going to get the graphic. And, you know, I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, man, the billboard company, they have to, you don't just buy it. This is a little behind the curtain here, but you don't just buy the billboard. You have to apply for a line of credit with the company first. Then they approve you for the line of credit. Then they'll bill you after you put it up. So last week I was like, hey, I applied for the line of credit. I haven't heard back at all on this. I got the email going, oh, I'll check on that. But I haven't heard from the guy. So I have to hear from the guy. And then, Donna, I'll be able to tell you a date once I'm able to submit the order and all that kind of stuff. But I can't do that until I got the line of credit. So a little behind the scenes. There you go. It's actually going to happen. I'll tell you the date and location of when your face will be up on the billboard in Las Vegas. And I'll tell you, of course, the committee for that as well. So make sure that you are keeping your eyes peeled around the city of Las Vegas for this goddamn face to be up there with some missing teeth.
Yeah. I want to go see it. I want to go. I haven't been to Vegas for so long. Fucking pandemic thing.
I know. It really
I'm
is
going to go
the
just to see the billboard. And then, you know, I might swing by a blackjack table or something. See what's going on.
Yeah, I wonder if you could see the billboard from a blackjack table. That would be Pike stumbling out of a casino. Oh, shit. Oh, look, it's Donna. Wow.
Hey, Donna.
It's corrupted Donna. Well, there you go. Congrats, Donna. Appreciate it. You're the first winner of Project PAYHEM. And if you want to do more stuff like this in the future, well then, geez, come on, man.
Patreon.com/Sparks Radio.
There you go. $5 limit, by the way. The $5 a month. That's the top. That's what people start with. That's our max. I didn't want to sit there and you know, rob anyone. Just want to be able to fund some fun. But Pike and I put up some more content over there on the Patreon for the members of the special committee. So we threw up another video. So if you're a member of the special committee, you haven't seen it, Pike had a 401k question, a little financial. And people seem to like it. People were commenting on the photo or on the video and stuff. They're like, we love this. Keep bringing it, kind of a thing. So
Really?
yeah.
Maybe we just transition into an all financial podcast. I mean, there's probably none out there.
Yeah, there's not a single one.
No.
I love it. Am I putting?
Dude, I had a guy yesterday, because I had a meeting with a dude, a financial advisor, which is why I asked you that question.
Yeah.
And then I had another meeting. I had 2 meetings. It went fine. He's going to send me a recap email, and I'm going to send that to you and then get your opinion.
Stop using him. Oh, my God. All right.
What?
Go ahead.
Well, it's probably legitimate. But then I had another meeting with another guy because apparently I was just taking meetings with whoever asked. And now this guy also trying to get me to do some investing. However, this one was a pyramid scheme, and it was an absolute waste of my time. And I got pretty angry because he told me it'd be 15 minutes. We were going on like 35 minutes, and he was telling me about the different levels I could get to. It was like the,
Project Payhem.
Was it like,
Yeah,
was it like Project, oh wait, no, was it like the Patreon?
Patreon.com/Sparks Radio.
There's different levels you can get.
The thing about Patreon is when you sign up, you don't have to get people underneath you to sign up as well.
Right.
And that's what he wanted me to. It was like, I just cut him off. I'm like, essentially, get the fuck out of here.
Nice. God, I love blunt Pike. I love it when you're just like.
I got to a point where I'm like, I was an hour into my work day listening to bullshit about this. I'm like, get the fuck out. No, I need to stop doing that. I need to tell these guys just, no, sorry, right away. So I had a real epiphany. I'm going to change. It's my New Year's resolution for this year. Yeah.
No can be a great thing. That's right.
All right.
I absolutely love it.
I'm
Good
ready
for you, Pike. All right, let's get to the news that matters here.
Yes, this is the news that matters. Yes, this is the news that matters. Holy shit.
Are you just about to throw up? What was that noise?
Oh, you could hear that? No, I was clearing my nose. I took a neti pot this morning. I did a neti pot finally.
Oh, gross.
So I'm kind of still like lactating from my nasal. I try to save it for when like the intro's playing. So
I know.
Hear it.
It's all right. Hey, Pike. You wear a mask? You were a mask guy here during the pandemic?
Oh, yeah. Green Bay Packer mask.
It's cool. My
Really
brother got me a Cleveland Cavaliers mask for Christmas, which I was like, cool, thanks, man. But here's the difference. It's hard to hear in those masks, right? Hear the person talking, it's kind of muffled.
Yeah.
Especially if you're having a mask-to-mask conversation, it's like, what? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then you put a piece of plexiglass between that, and you're like, what? I can't, huh? You know?
Just write it down, please.
Yeah. Every gas station I'm at, I can't understand a single word they're saying. Mm-hmm. Well, CES is going on right now, and it's all virtual. So they're saying, all right, here's some renders of some ideas. They don't even have an actual product yet. They can just draw a picture and send it out to people. Well, the new mask design from Razer, which is Razer's like a
scooter company.
Yeah, Razer's a scooter company. That's true, but they're also there's a different kind of company. They're a gaming equipment maker. They like make stuff for gamers.
Oh, versatile company, aren't they?
Yeah, they've created a mask, Pike, that is pretty futuristic. Now, did they really create the mask? No, they drew a picture of it. It's just a 3D rendering of the mask itself. But here's what it does. It amplifies your voice. So it's made of like silicone, so it fits on your face really nicely. It has a clear like plexiglass front so you can see people's lips moving. And then there's a microphone and a speaker on the outside so you can hear what they're saying.
That's really nice. That's a hell of an... I mean, it's a little late, but...
I hope it's a little late. I hope we're not going to be stuck in here. But it's not out yet, but it's just a rendering. Then what it does is it goes into a case that it recharges because, of course, everything Razer makes, if you're in the gaming, everything Razer makes has like RGB, so it's just all the colors, so it glows like you're at a rave. So it needs to charge. The speakers need to charge. The microphone needs to charge. So it puts it in this charging case. Here's what it looks like. Puts it in this charging case that has UV light to disinfect it.
Oh, wow.
It also filters out 95% of all.
They've thought of everything.
Float in there. Yeah, dude. Adjustable straps. This is the big thing at CES everyone's talking about right now. Is the Razer mask.
Man, that'd be fun. That's some real like Batman villain shit.
Right?
I can't. How does it sound? I wonder. Can you like distort it so you do
Dude.
sound like Bane a little bit?
You're going to sound like a stormtrooper. I guarantee it's got these little It's going to sound like someone put you on speakerphone. You know?
Yeah. I love it. That would be fun.
He's over there. Wow. He's over by the beans. You know? I don't know. You're at the grocery store. Honey, what do we need for taco night? Do we have Cholula? You know, I mean, that kind of thing. It's going to sound like we're shopping on the Death Star constantly. I just... What the fuck happened to the planet, Pike?
I don't know, man. There'd be a hard to tell secrets though with this thing. Imagine, you're in the grocery store and you're like, "Honey, we got to get home. I got a diarrhea real bad." And the old lady next to you in the aisle is like, "Huh?
What? Cereal's on aisle 4. No, not cereal. Diarrhea. How do you get those two confused? Jesus. Yeah, dude. I cannot imagine. Like, I took my kids to the park yesterday. My kid wanted to go play on the playground, and there was like 1 million kids playing on this playground. I was like, let's not play over on the playground. We'll go play over here, separate. You know, there's like a big path in the woods, and you could throw sticks in the river or whatever. You know. And so he's like, "How come
the playground?" But
yeah, I didn't know. I've never been there. We had to drive past the playground to get to the. I know. I felt. And he's like, "Why can't I play on the playground?" And I'm like, "Well, there's just a lot of people over there right now. There was like 1,000 fucking people. I mean, it was like, what is happening?
Was it summer in Cleveland or what?
It was above 40 degrees yesterday here, so everybody was out and enjoying the sunshine. It was sunny for like the first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everybody was out playing. And I'm like, look, we're close to a vaccine. Once we get a vaccine, then we can just start getting back to a little bit of normality here, and all this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm talking, and I'm like, this sounds like a plot to a fucking movie. Like, what happened? This is our real life. What happened to the world?
That's depressing.
It was very sad.
Did your young child have anything to say about that?
No, he was just sad he couldn't go on to every playground. Because I tried taking him to a playground, but I don't want to go there with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And so we went to like 3. They were all just swamped. And I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? It's like midday, midweek. What's going on here? And then, yeah, all of them were packed. And then I went to that one I had never been to because I was like, let's just try this one because I've heard about this one, and I went and I was like, Jesus Christ, okay. It's like they're making kids here. It's like the playground's a factory for children. I don't know what's going on at the top of the slide, but kids just keeps coming out the bottom.
Picture a lady up there, legs a spread, just pooping out kids, just one after the other.
Boom, 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 boom.
God damn.
Yeah.
I love to think about that stuff. Hey. Hey, you ever have a real bad first day on a job? Like it was just bad.
Yeah.
Like, right. Yeah. Let me tell you any quick stories.
Sure. I worked for this guy. His name was Mr. Davis. He lived down the street from me. Fucking weirdo, bro. Like, he had a lady living with him that wasn't his wife. And he goes, this is, well, you can just call her Sarge, because that's what I call her. I was like, what the fuck? It was a mistress, dude. He had a mistress living with her. The guy, you know what his job was? he bred exotic birds in his house.
Oh, wow.
That was how he made money. And he had a human-sized bird cage. And he's like, yeah,
That's
I want you to go
okay.
in there and clean out the bird cage. And I was like, I'm not walking into a human-sized bird cage. And a guy.
Nice try, Sarge.
Exactly. I was like, no. And he's like, hey, I got some bird cages down the basement. I want you to go clean. I was like, I'm not doing it, man. I am not doing it. So, yeah, weirdo, dude, weirdo. And he looked like a really short Bob Vila. Remember Bob Vila?
Who is that? He
was like the Craftsman tool guy. He was on like This Old House and that kind of stuff. Anyway, That's what he looked like. So he made me wax his Chrysler LeBaron. It was a maroon Chrysler LeBaron.
Not a LeBaron.
Yeah, made me wax it with a Q-tip.
What?
That was it, because I wouldn't go clean the bird cage. He's like, well, I guess you can do this. And he goes, I want you to get in there with the detail work. And I was like, okay. And he brought out a box of Q-tips. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you?
What the? How'd you end up just being this guy's bitch?
Because he said I need help. Come on over. He paid me $5 an hour cash.
Oh, wow. Now you can't turn that down.
I know. I was like, all right. So, yeah, that was it. That was my first day on the job.
Oh, that sounds rough. It sounds better than this guy's.
What happened?
Man, 32-year-old. He's lost an appeal. He was sentenced to jail based off his first day at work. So this is 2 years ago. This guy, Carl is his name, started working the front desk at an Econo Lodge, which is a pretty prestigious hotel. On his first day, he must have been nervous or something because he mainlined some drugs. Just trying to take the edge off.
Yeah.
Well, then it was fentanyl and bath salts. So just like a quick hit just to kind of like calm himself, you know. And he ended up getting
to the spa with fentanyl and bath salts.
Yeah, just like a quick hitter of fentanyl and bath salts. Ended up getting naked, okay? And now he's working with a female who's also at the front desk. He ends up assaulting her, okay? I don't know what happened.
God.
Yeah, he ended up grabbing her. Then he started kissing her neck. Now, she told him to stop. She didn't like that. So his reaction to that...
Like, this is the calmest woman in the history of humanity. Please stop. Please stop. You're kissing my neck. You naked high man at a Econo Lodge.
I don't like that. Now, he's not naked yet, but he does, in the next step, take his shirt off and starts to chase her. So now she starts running, jumps in her car, calls the police. So then he goes, all right, how about now? And he takes his pants off. So she starts driving away. He's naked, running down the street, chasing her. Police show up. They arrest him for the drugs, for the nakedness, and for the assault. He's now serving 23 months in prison.
Jesus, dude.
Now, I love his lawyer's defense. I don't love it, but it was interesting that he tried to get the sentence reduced, claiming that grabbing and kissing a woman shouldn't count as assault. The judge disagreed.
Yeah. You know what that is? That's a defense attorney trying to help out his client. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, we got to have something here. We got to try at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah. What a hell of a first day at work. You ever have an awful first day at work? You ever work a job for one day and then quit?
Never one day. I mean, a couple weeks. I don't know. I mean, fuck. The first day at my first job, I showed up to the wrong rival radio station, like an idiot.
Wait, what?
Like, walked in and everything. I'm like, I'm here for an interview or for my first day or whatever. And they're like, okay, who are you supposed to see? And I told them, and they're like, I think you got the wrong place. Like, oh. So I called him, and I'm like, I think I'm in the wrong place. He's like, yep, I bet you are.
How'd you get a job without being there? Did you know someone?
Oh, I ended up getting to the right place. I had the interview for this job, and this was the place that we worked together at the radio station.
Yeah.
I interviewed at the guy's house. It was the weirdest thing. So he's on vacation, but he's choosing to take interviews during his vacation at home. So I have to go to his home and sit in his living room, and he's like picture a dad with cut off sweatpants as shorts and like an old t-shirt, and he's just sitting there like cross-legged. Hindsight, it was a bizarre situation.
You almost had a Mr. Davis situation there. That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Did he have a human-sized bird cage in the basement?
No, but he did get a Q-tip out. He said, "I want you to do some detailed cleaning. Here's where I'd like this Q-tip to end up."
Yeah. He was like, the water, it gets trapped here in the seam. So first I want you to take a Q-tip to dry out that water. I'm like, oh my God. Then he's like, then I want you to wax little circles. I'm like, couldn't believe it. Then you flip it over and you get the wax off with the other side of the Q-tip. I'm like, all right. That's hilarious. That's such a Pike thing. That's so you to go to the wrong building.
I know. Well, now, you remember they were very close to each other. Okay?
Very close.
So of course, I didn't.
And the other one was
look
on the
at
main
address.
road. It was on like a main,
It was an more obvious, honest mistake.
So funny.
Yeah, man. Tough day.
Man, highly qualified for that gig. I'm glad you got it.
Thanks, buddy.
I mean, it worked out. The guy saw something in you that was real and it's true, and I'm glad that person hired you. But wow,
They could have fired me many times too. So
can I combine my next two stories into one? I got two, but one's like a little just a mention that's cool. You know what I mean? I should have brought it up before. Man. When you were talking about bands that are overrated, this isn't one. It's one of my favorite bands ever. Rage Against the Machine. Shout out to Bill who messaged me on Instagram. This I don't know what's going on, but they got something in the works. They're coming out with a movie, or they're producing a movie about some kind of I don't know. It might be something. Let me read it's on Instagram. They tease this on Instagram. It's the Uma Chroma. The Uma Chroma seeks to answer through the collective practice, what is black cinema as it is spiritually mandated for our generation of filmmakers? So that's the umachroma.com. They put this thing out yesterday. There's really nothing on the website, but they have this. They're showing different pictures of people, and then Rage Against the Machine starts playing. And Rage's official Instagram page put out some pictures that you have to swipe through, and those are the same pictures that they show in the Uma Chroma playing the Rage Against the Machine. So something is happening. Something is going on with Rage. Some kind of film. Something is going on. Here's what I'm hoping. If it is a movie, please God, let them write some new music for this movie.
Right. Yeah, like who wants to see him? I mean, that'd be cool, and I'm sure they're, enjoying being creative in other ways, but for fuck's sake, just give us some music,
Could you imagine some new Rage?
No.
Now, they're going to start ramping up because, again, the tour is still on, for this summer, the rescheduled tour. So maybe
when is that first date? I wonder what they're going to do with that.
I don't know. The one I have tickets for is June 7th.
Right.
So it's got to be a little bit probably before that.
Yeah, June 3rd. So yeah, you're one of the first ones. Fuck. I mean, if it's still too early to have like a full-blown crowd, what are they going to do? Tell people, like, half the people to not come?
Like, sorry again?
Tough.
You know what I mean? Like, how you is music going to be back by June?
Like, it'll be close. But still, I feel like they're going to be extra cautious. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, if my family gets vaccinated, I'll go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's who I care about, selfishly. But by the time my family gets vaccinated, all the old people should be vaccinated. And if you don't get the vaccine because you don't believe in the vaccine, and then you get COVID, and then you die. It's like, dude, how is that on me now? You know what I mean? You specifically opted out of it. You know what
exactly. I mean? You opted out of the vaccine. You're also still like in a crowd, so you know we can't save everybody.
Yeah, it's like, dude, why didn't you take the vaccine? I don't understand. It was there. It's like you're jumping out of a plane, and I'm like, hey, before you go, you want a parachute? It might be helpful right about now. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
No, I don't believe in those. But it's like science tells you that they work. You know, it's like physics and gravity and, you know, air pressure and downforce. There's a lot of science that goes into a parachute. It kind of works. It's been proven. No! Big government is pushing parachutes on us. I don't believe what the man tells me. Okay, but it's kind of like sound science. You know, it's like the same scientific method that allowed you to hear the band playing right now is the same scientific method that created parachutes.
No, I'm just gonna try my luck without one.
Yeah.
See, maybe I'll just like take my T-shirt off.
If enough people jump out of the plane without parachutes, then I will land on a mountain of dead bodies. The fall will not be as high. You get it? It's called herd immunity. Enough people have to die so that it cushions my fall. I mean, I guess scientifically you're right, you know. A mountain of corpses.
Mountain of corpses.
Well, you don't have to fall so far out of the plane, but
yeah. Just a gentle landing of a human.
Yeah. I feel like a parachute just might be the way to go. A little easier.
No, I'm with that guy. I'm with the guy you were yelling at.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me. That was the person.
That was the person in your home. You went out. Yeah, you went off camera for a minute, so I thought it might have been just you yelling, but
no, it wasn't me. Yeah, no, that was the other person in the room. That was the denier, the vaccine denier that I keep on hand here all the time.
Yeah, you got to get that dickhead out of your house.
Yeah, he shouldn't even be in my house because he clearly doesn't believe in COVID or vaccine protocols. I'm still right here, asshole. Okay, I'm sorry.
Give him a Q-tip. Give him something to do.
I have a voice too. I have a right to be heard. You can't silence me. Okay, God.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, I know. He's always on Twitter.
Funny.
Yeah. So
was that both your stories?
No, sorry. That was just the one. That was just the one. The second story, so keep an eye out for that. The Uma Chroma on Instagram. And the other story I have is a follow-up to what we talked about the other day at Army Hammer. Remember this guy? He was from The Social Network. You're like, what? He's a cannibal?
I remember now. Yeah. Now I know who he is.
The story with like these weird DMs where he's like, I want to cut your toes off. I want to have sex with your brain. I want to eat your heart. He's like saying all kinds of weird shit, you know, to all this. Yep. Well, he is now pulled out of a movie.
Oh, wow. It's getting some traction. Unbelievable.
This insane rumor that he's a cannibal has enough traction that he's had to leave a movie with Jennifer Lopez. Like,
oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's now affecting his wallet.
Well, Jesus. You got I know you're not supposed to like kink shame, but this is the line, right? As soon as you're talking about fucking skulls, now we can judge.
Yeah, don't kink shame, but right. As soon as you're cutting off people's toes, I think, yeah, when you're becoming a Jeffrey Dahmer type, I think that's when a kink. Don't kink shame, okay? Everybody has different pleasures. Well, Jeffrey Dahmer ate people. So, I mean, I think we can kink shame to a limit.
Yeah.
You know, fine, you like your hair pulled. It's different than, hey, Let me pull out your beating heart. Like, that's...
Yeah, now we're talking about murder. Because, I mean, surely a dick going in and out of a skull, that's irreparable damage being done. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're... I mean, honestly, it depends on the dick. But, yeah, I don't think you're coming back from that.
Oh, you froze up on me there.
Oh.
What'd you think of the irreparable damage?
I said it depends on the size of the dick, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I think for the majority.
All right. Well, I got one last story, if that's
Let's
all
hear
right.
it.
Do we have time for one last story?
Yeah.
Because this is an incredible journey a pigeon went on. 8,000 miles. A little pigeon made his way from the United States, Oregon. Hey. Nice.
Thanks.
From Oregon to Australia.
Jeez, what?
I know. Impressive, right?
Yeah,
now,
that's
they
amazing.
suspect that part of the journey he got onto like a ship or something, so he's not flying the whole way. But he got there and he landed in this guy's backyard. Kevin's the guy's name, and he noticed there was a little band on the bird, so it belonged to somebody. So they found out it was from the United States. But here's the thing about Australia: if animals get there from the U.S., they kill them. So now they plan to.
No.
Yeah. They plan to execute this poor pigeon.
Why?
Because there's a risk. And that's sad too. That there's other countries that are like, oh, it's from the U.S. Like, gotta kill it.
Because of COVID?
Well, COVID and just other bird diseases. So yeah, they gotta this poor little guy. They gotta kill him after all that.
Dude, wait a minute. Now I know a lot of, like we talked about earlier, a lot of shit has gone down in this country, but in the last, year. But are we living in the disgusting bird country now? Are we like...
It sounds like we're not aware of it, but it sounds like that's the case. Yeah.
We became the gross country. We became like the fucking bird flu flying through there. Yeah. Swine flu, bird flu, H1N1, SARS. The United States? Wow.
Dude, when they donate blood over in other countries, it's like, have you traveled to the United States in the last 2 months? Or do you know anybody who knows anybody in the United States?
Really?
Yeah. No, but that's probably what's happening. Because I know, like, here, it's like, have you been to the, deepest, darkest parts of Africa?
Yeah.
That's what they ask us. But over there, it's in Africa. They're like,
in Africa, they're going
to the U.S., have you?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. You haven't been to Tennessee, have you? Fuck. Oh! Please don't tell me you've been to Mississippi. You gotta, stay out of that fucking hellhole.
Any other states we want to specifically bash?
I have nothing against Tennessee or Mississippi. But Mississippi's pretty shitty, I'll be honest. I'll just throw it right out there.
That. Yeah.
I mean, people in Mississippi got to know that that state is pretty trash. Get it together, Mississippi, okay? Because you've been lacking since the history of Mississippi. Been really kind of fucking it up. So whatever you're doing, stop and do the opposite. Because it's really bad.
Turn it around. Dude,
50th in education, #1 in heart disease. Yeah, #1 in heart disease. It's like the obesity rate in Mississippi is like 12 times than the world average. It's like everything they're doing, you're doing it wrong. Stop it.
A lot of respect to you for knowing all these stats off the top of your head about Mississippi, a state that you've probably never been.
No, I've never been. But I would.
Why would you?
I would. Well, I guarantee Mississippi's gorgeous.
What's the biggest city in Mississippi? I mean, like, what's a place that somebody would just go travel to?
Biloxi. It's right on the coast.
Okay.
You're right in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that's pretty.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm sure there's some super pretty parts of Biloxi or Mississippi. But, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Rather go to Florida.
No.
You know?
Yeah, man. Florida. Let me tell you.
Or Louisiana. I would love to go to Louisiana.
Well, that's got New Orleans and
Yeah. See, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Mississippi, get your shit together, and then we'll come visit. All right, we'll do a show. By the way, if you're listening in Mississippi, tell us if we're wrong. That'd be great. You can do it via comment. Drop it below while you're there. Hit the subscribe button. That'd be absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. You're supposed to say that at the top of the show when people are paying attention. But whatever, we'll just stick it here at the back end. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up. All that kind of stuff. That really helps out the show. And if you're not subscribed, we're trying to hit 300 subscribers by February. We got 15 days. We need 50 subscribers. Can we do it, Pike? 52 subscribers, I think.
yeah, I think we can. I mean, I wish I could help. I've already subscribed though.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yes.
it's up to you. It's up to you listening.
Please.
Smash that subscribe button.
Hit it, okay? YouTube.com/Sparks Radio. Thank you so much. Tell a friend. That'd be the best way to help us out. You can do that also by going on all social media and following at Pike Taylor Radio. That's a nice way to do it. I'm at Sparks Radio on all social media. Thank you so much for paying attention to the show today. Really do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, 5 on Friday. Look
Okay.
for it. Cool.
Greg gonna be here?
Greg should be here.
Oh, okay. All right.
5 on Friday. And if you voted in Project PAYHEM, appreciate it. Thank you so much. That was awesome. This is the very first one. We continue. We're hoping to just make them bigger and better each and every single time. We can't do that without you joining the Patreon. So patreon.com/Sparks Radio. And on that note, we are out of here. Hit me with that kid.
Those over, motherfuckers. Now get out of here.